And one of the largest obstacles innovators face is solving a problem for a market that does not exist. So currently, this is how it goes, right? So you have an idea, right? You speak with people, and you're trying to find if they need your idea. So we don't think this is the right approach. How about we flip that, and you start with the consumer. You understand them, you see their problems, and then you come up with a solution based on their needs. Hey, I'm TJ. We are inno. So we would like to propose an app that ranks user needs, and this is how it works. You have a prompt to state your problem, share your problem with the world, and then you can look at other problems. And if you relate to this, you can indicate that within our app. Then what we do is we collect this data, we analyze it, and then we can rank the top needs.
So who is our market? We say that our users and our customers are different. Our users are everyday people with everyday problems, and our customers are young entrepreneurs who are currently in college and who don't want to fail. So what is the market size? Based on our research, we found that there are 65 million millennials in United States who have smartphones. But out of those, 3 million millennials are in college right now. And since we are focusing Texas A&M community right now, so there are around 54,000 students who are in Texas A&M and who have smartphones. So who is our customer? Based on the statistics, 12% people in the United States have entrepreneurial intentions. So that makes it 38 million. And out of those, 3 million people are in college right now. And out of those, we estimate that around 40% people in college have that spirit of starting their own thing. So that would make 24,000 customers for us.
So how do we differentiate ourselves from other problem-solving platforms that are already on the market? Well, to understand that, we have to understand how these problem-solving platforms operate. You have a single user with a single problem that posts their idea or their problem, and they get solutions on that. And that might help them a lot, but that doesn't provide a good idea of the general population's problems. So by our app, we rank problems, and by upvoting problems, you can see the most pressing problems that affect the most amount of people. So how do we make money, and how do we create a user base that would use the app? So with any user base, you need to create a community. So by using existing social media platforms like Facebook, we can create a community that would be interested in the app, and then funnel them into the app once we're ready to go and with the production of the actual app. So then how do we make money? So entrepreneurs would be interested in finding out the demographics of people's problems. So by logging into the app as an entrepreneur, you'll be able to pay to see the demographics of a problem that you think you have a solution for, already knowing that it affects the most amount of people.
So having a great idea is half the challenge. Need an effective team that is able to work together well. That's exactly what we have here. So we have the passion to really make this work, and with your support, we can make that happen. Thank you.
So you're crowdsourcing ideation, I guess, for problems. So you need a massive amount of the users in the world to go and enter in a question in order to get enough data to curate and pass to the innovator. So is that what you're doing?
Exactly.
Yeah. And so you monetize it by charging the innovator or the entrepreneur of access to see interesting things that are trending. Is that right?
Yes.
Correct. To see the demographics on that certain
So
program.
we are basically doing market research for them. The market research that costs them around $10,000, $20,000. We are giving them for $5, $10. So it is very cheap for young entrepreneurs so that they can see is their solution whether their solution is effective or not. Is it useful or not? Yeah.
Okay. So here comes my final question. I'm just trying to just make sure I understood what you're doing. What are you going to do to have the user, the people that say, I wish there was a better cooler, it was even better than Yeti, wish there was a better cooler. Why do that? Or how are you going to have them come back again and again and again what have you thought about? How are you enticing them? How do you get them to take the time to input the question?
So currently there are a lot of complaint forums where people go and post their problems. And how do we incentivize them is we would create a counter of how many entrepreneurs are currently working on your problem. So it would be live. How many entrepreneurs have bought are focusing on a problem.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah.
So it's a legitimate question, right? So how do you get people coming back, posting problems, right? Why can I do that? So if you really think about it, what we want to do is there are two major incentives. So you can see if others relate to your problem. This is a social thing. There are many apps that just have likes or thumbs up. People like this stuff. So we want to kind of feed on that. So we want to, if there are a lot of people that like your problem, you can see that, and we think this is a reason to keep coming back. That's one reason. Another reason is what he said exactly. The entrepreneurs who are really interested in this problem are going to pay to see it. So you get to see, hey, I have 10 entrepreneurs who really like my problem. You know, so this is something that will keep people coming back to the app. And it sounds risky, but we believe that's what is really going to work in order to expand this app.
Yeah, it makes the people with problems feel like they have an active part in the solution.
Exactly.
So Henry Ford famously said, if I ask my customers what they want, they tell me I want a faster horse, right? So how do you know when you open this thing up here in College Station, for example, you don't have a bunch of students saying, well, I want to find a place with cheaper rent. I think hamburgers are too expensive. And I want a smartphone that's $200 less, or, how do you know that those are a set of problems, but they're uninteresting, or they're not anything any entrepreneur can directly tackle?
Right, so as an entrepreneur, what do you look for in a problem? Most of the times you're looking to make a profit, right? And to get that profit, it's where there would be a big need. So problems that has the biggest needs would reach the top, and that would give you a huge base, a market, if you solve that problem to market to. So I guess it's more of a profit incentive for the entrepreneur. And then for the user, it's an incentive of, wow, this might actually be solved and my life might be easier.
Yeah, we're not guiding the problem being posted, but we do believe currently there's a hole in the market. No one is addressing some problems that everyone is having. There are a lot of issues that everyday college students have that aren't being addressed. And we think we just want to let this be known and let creative people take that lead. We don't have control over those problems being posted, but we certainly want to give them the tools to share it.
Two things come to mind. Number one, you're going to need to have some kind of natural language algorithm that identifies if someone used a Northeast accent, someone used accent, right? That's actually the way they worded it is the same problem, and that adds to the critical mass.
Yeah.
Number one, but if you accumulate a bunch of great problems that are worth solving, how do you allocate them to the entrepreneurs and provide a competitive nature so that you don't have 20 companies competing? You know, it may be valuable to have 20 companies competing to do the same thing, but also maybe more valuable to have a unique aspect where one entrepreneur can bid up the opportunity to pursue that answer. So here's the most sides of the equation. The language aspect of trying to narrow down and find parallel problems, number one. Number two, the allocation of problems to entrepreneurs so that they have an incentive, unique incentive, and an opportunity to pursue it.
Right, so it's not an algorithm that is gonna rank these problems. It's actual users liking them. So there's no algorithm behind this. It's just gonna take the amount of votes, and that will reach the top. And as far as the entrepreneur goes,
If they recognize a problem, they see they can vote it up. If they don't find one,
If you feel like
then
you
they
relate
can
to the
add
problem,
it. Okay.
you can write it up, and that's what ranks
And
the
so-
problems.
as far as the entrepreneurs go, that is something we can look for in the future as selling exclusive access, almost like a patent for the demographics of that problem, right?
I mean, in some extent, this is like a reverse Kickstarter.
Yes.
It's just creating the demand and the synergy there. I mean, people have
That's
tried.
exactly what
I
it
feel
is.
like we're Kickstarter, but going about it the right way. Because Kickstarter starts with an idea,
Then find the need.
and then find the need,
We
rather
find
than we find the need and then create
So
ideas.
They have an idea that finds an audience. You're an audience that
Right.
Yes.
may not
We're trying to
clearly
work smarter, not
enunciate
harder.
what they're looking for. They just have a problem, but it's a different challenge.
Okay, we can take one more question.
Couldn't this whole thing be executed on Reddit?
So Reddit, we found, you want to pull up the slide? Reddit we found
there you go.
is
So you
incredibly-
anticipated this question.
Exactly. Reddit has some upvoting qualities to it, but it's incredibly hard to navigate. If I was as the user, I would go in trying to create a solution for a problem, I would have to go in and navigate and decipher what the actual problem is, and then try to decipher whether the comment was upvoted just because it's clever or funny, or because they actually related to that problem, rather than it being a problem that is actually felt by a general amount of people.
Right, look at this slide. Now go back to our PowerPoint, our app, right? Obviously, this isn't a final version, but we really want to streamline this process. Most popular apps currently don't have the cluttered interface that Reddit has. We really want to simplify the user experience.
Thank you.
Thank you.